On the day that Lucius Libby went missing, he was believed to be having an affair with Diana Dorman at her house due to her confirmed alibi that day. Lola had reported him missing on this day due to the fact that she was unaware of her husband's plans, which made her somewhat worried but not so surprised. Natasha Nava Yazdan had followed Libby to Dorman's house to begin the later assassination of him. She had called Anya Angus, whom helped her get all of the supplies that she needed, and told her to meet her at Dorman's house. The next day, after Libby's long night with Dorman, Nava and Angus met up and they began to exchange the murder weapon. Angus, whom purchased guns and ammunition prior to the killing, had one gun for Nava and also one for herself as the accomplice. Once they were ready, Angus went to break into Libby's car, but since he left the car unlocked, no forced entry was needed. Angus hid in the back seat of his car and was not spotted by Libby as he entered his vehicle to leave Dorman's house. As Libby pulled off, Angus was quiet, hidden in the back seat, as Nava trailed Libby at a safe distance, until Libby would have taken an unexpected detour that would later cost him his life. Angus then arose from the back seat, pointed her gun at Libby's head, and ordered him to pull over on the side of Felicia Forest. Nava, trailing close behind Libby, had stopped her vehicle right behind his, ran out of her car, and demanded Libby to exit the car as she held him at gunpoint with the murder weapon. As Libby exited the car, Angus did as well, searching for a tool to knock Libby out without killing him. She opened his trunk and the first thing she saw was a tire iron, so that is what she used. As Nava was distracting Libby with ordering him to exit the vehicle at gunpoint, Angus snuck up behind him and knocked him out over the head with a tire iron, causing him to go unconscious. As Nava proceeded to carry Libby into the trunk of her car, she told Angus to hide the tire iron and to run and start the car for her so they can plan their getaway. Both Nava and Angus then ran to the car and drove off to the hotel room at Felicia Forest RV Park and Lodge. Nava then went to go drag Libby up to the room as Angus searched for surrounding people who might see them commit this crime. After Nava tied Libby up and left him with Angus, she continued back to her normal life as Angus consistently checked on him to make sure he was still unconscious each day until they could figure out a way to wipe their fingerprints clean. When the news reported Libby's car found, both Nava and Angus panicked. At the time, Angus had done all she needed to do for Nava, so now Nava was left to complete all the work by herself. Nava rushed to the hotel room and thought to have seen Libby as unconscious. As she panicked for an idea and just thought she would carry Libby to her car and leave town, Libby, who was conscious the whole time, attacked her and tried to escape. Nava had chased Libby into a dead end outside the room as Libby proclaimed she was going to get caught and thrown in jail, so she panicked and shot him, causing him to fall back into the balcony and fall 3 stories down. Nava bolted to the first floor to find Libby dead. For whatever reason, she thought it was necessary to hide him behind a dumpster at the lodge and then escaped from the crime scene.